Hello students, today section second chapter, that is the narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. So in the previous lecture we have seen about the carbohydrates, their various analytical tools such as HPLC, GC, what are the different kinds of methods in the HPLC and what are the different detectors such as RI and ECD. And we have seen what about the GC and other methods for the analysis of carbohydrates that are either monosaccharide or starch. Today we'll discuss about the next topic, that is the narcotic drugs. So in that we will learn about the what is by narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Then what are the objectives of this chapter? Then different terminologies involved in this chapter we will learn in this lecture. So let us first introduction. So development in the science and technology have certainly contributed to the improvised global healthcare and lifespan of the human beings worldwide has seen upward progression. With the discovery of new drugs and formulations, there has been appreciable change in our understanding and treatment of various kinds of diseases. So the technological developments, on the other hand, have been misused for the production of powerful psychotropic substances and in modification of narcotic drugs, which are being misused by the considerable segment of the global population. So what happened in this? Generally, there are various kinds of substances such as psychotropic substances. So these are used to treat the some psychological treatments. Okay, psychological disorder. Whenever there should be the some kind of substances to treat that. And also, there are some kind of narcotics drugs which are useful in the various kinds of medicinal values. But by some means, they are misused by some global population. So the aim of this chapter, aim of the study of this chapter is to know about the various kinds of narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances, what are their side effects, what are their disadvantages, or we can say that how the people misuse that, and what are the different kinds of prohibition control regulations about the narcotic and psychotropic substances, and what are the different penalties for that particular drug. So the earlier provision of the Act included the Dangerous Drug Act, that is 1930, were inadequate to provide the illicit trade of the NDPS. So illicit trade means illegal marketing or illegal buying, selling, production of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. So this particular law in 1930 was in arises which will cause some kind of incapabilities while prohibiting such kind of illicit trade of the NDPS. So it was to encounter procurement, manufacture, and trade of such harmful substances. That's why a new act was enacted that keeping in view the recommendations of the various international conventions. So it is the act to consolidate and amend the law relating to the narcotic drugs. So to make stringent provisions for the control and regulation of the operation relating to the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. So this is the aim, that how we have to control the misuse of that particular NDPS, that is the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. So a new act was arises, and hence it will help to control such kind of illegal activities. Then what are the objectives? Why such kind of study, that is narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, in terms of regulations and act is necessary. So this particular act is mainly consists of 7 chapters. So and it act extends to whole of the India. So the chapter first, it is the preliminary. In this preliminary information is provided, and the second one deals with the authorities and officers. What are the different authorities are associated what are the different officers associated with the that particular drugs and narcotics department. So then chapter second A is the consist of a national fund for the control of drug abuse. Then chapter third include deals with the prohibition, control and regulation of the NDPS. Means what are the different prohibitory actions, what are the different control measures and what are the regulations which are governed by that particular authority for controlling of such kind of illegal or we can say the illicit trading of the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Then chapter 4 refers to the offenses and penalties. What are the different offenses about the cultivation of these narcotic substances or psychotropic substances, selling of these? Then so these are the some some kind of offenses or some kind of penalties given. Then chapter 5 is deals with the procedure. What is the procedure for that particular drugs and psychotropic narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances? So chapter 5 is pertaining for future of property derived from or used in the illicit traffic. So what kind of property will be there whenever such kind of illegal trading is done by that particular person? Then chapter 6 is the miscellaneous. So this is all about the different chapter that comes under the this particular act. So these are the objectives of this particular study. Then what is the terminologies? So terms involved in this narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. So the first one is the cannabis. So cannabis is nothing but the Indian hemp. So it contains the leaves and flowering tops of the pistillate plants of the cannabis sativa. So leaves and flowering tops of the plants, that is the cannabis sativa, that is pistillate plants of the cannabis sativa. Another species is the cannabis indica. So this particular cannabis plant belongs from the family Cannabinoideae. The second one is the cannabis products. What are the different cannabis products? So first one is the charas. So it is the crude or purified resin which is obtained from the cannabis plant and also includes concentrated preparation and resin known as a hashish oil. So this particular charas which is obtained from that particular stem of that particular plant can it should be concentrated preparation and resin which is also called as a hashish oil. So it has a some kind of medicinal importance. Then second one is the ganja. So ganja is from flowering or fruiting tops of the cannabis plant, which including the seeds and leaves, not accompanied by the tops. So excluding the seeds and leaves, not accompanied by the tops. So by whatever name they may be known and designate. So that this is particular ganja. So flowering and fruiting tops of the cannabis plant, they are named as a ganja. Then last one is the any mixture with or without any neutral material of any of the above forms of the cannabis or any drink prepared from them. These are the uh, three different cannabis parts, or we can say the cannabis products. Then the next one, coca derivatives. So, coca derivatives include the crude cocaine, which is the extract of coca leaf, which is used directly or indirectly for the manufacture of the cocaine. So, as we know that the coca plant, okay. So, the from the coca plant, the particular cocaine is derived. Whenever we have extract the particular coca leaf, we can get a cocaine. So there are various derivatives of the cocaine such as egonine and all derivatives of egonine from which it is recovered. It is also called as a coca derivatives. Cocaine methyl ester of benzoyl egonine and its salts are also called as a coca derivatives and all preparations containing more than 0.1% of the cocaine it is called as a coca derivatives. Next one is the coca leaf. So So it is the leaf of coca plant erythroxylon, except the leaf from which all egonine cocaine and any other egonine alkaloids have been removed. Means what if you can consider the particular coca plant which contains egonine cocaine and other egonine alkaloids which are removed, then that particular that particular part is called as a coca leaf. So any mixture thereof with or without any neutral material but does not include any preparation containing not more than 1% of the cocaine, it is termed as a coca leaf. Then next one is the coca plant. So it is the plant of species genus. It is a plant. It is a plant of any species of the genus Erythroxylon. That is Erythroxylon coca, Erythroxylon tuxilans, and other species of the Erythroxylon. They are named as a coca plant. Then next one is the illicit traffic. So what is meant by illicit traffic? So as we know that the illicit traffic means what? There is a illegal marketing, buying, and then what are the different ways by which the consumption also are done. It is termed as a illicit traffic. So in relation to the NDPS, that is the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, the illicit traffic means cultivating any coca plant or gathering any portion of the coca plant. Then next, cultivating the opium poppy or cannabis plant. Illicit traffic is nothing but the engaging in the production, manufacture, possession, purchase, transportation, warehousing, concealment, use of consumption, import interstate, export interstate, import into India, export from India, or transshipment of the narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances by any means are termed as illicit traffic. So these are the different activities such as production, then manufacturer, if they have prepared that particular drug in a lab, we can say that a manufacturer, it is also illicit traffic. Possession, if there is some kind of warehouses is there where that particular drugs or NDPS are placed, we can call it as a possession. Sale, selling or buying, we can say that it is also the illicit traffic. Purchase is also illicit traffic. Transportation, it is also illicit traffic. Then warehousing, storage of that particular NDPS, it is also called as a illicit traffic. Also, you can consume that one, it is also illicit traffic. Then interstate uh, transport of that particular drug, that is the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, it is also called as illicit traffic. Export and import of that particular NDPS out of India, it is also termed as a illicit traffic. Then, dealing in any activities in the narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances other than those referred to under subclause A to C as above, it is also known as illicit traffic. Then, handling or letting out any premises for the carrying on any of the activities referred to in the subclauses A to D given above, it is also named as, it is also termed as a illicit traffic. Okay, so this is all about the lecture. In the next lecture, we will see about some terminologies. Then there are some powers of the state government, and finally, what are the different offenses and penalties? What are the different um prohibitory measures for that particular trafficking? Okay, thank you.